morning friends, let's have a check on a pre-market update from the advisory desk. First what we'll go at is the global update, and the global update what we have for today is the last night overnight US markets ended flat. Almost the jobs data were definitely good. It was better than the estimates, so that strengthened the dollar against all the major currencies. What we have the outcome from today, that is we are awaiting the Bank of Japan's kind of meeting outcome, which they're going to decide on the interest rates as well as any more kind of stimulus pumping out of the money is there or no. If that does happen, that will definitely have a kind of a positive effect on the Fed that is kind of winding down the stimulus program. What we also have is the ECB meet today, which is central bank could announce bond buying program. They have earlier also said that to keep the kind of economy moving and keep that inflation at the going rate, they would like to pump in more money, which will definitely improve the economic environment in the Euro region. So that's again a good sign for the emerging markets, which will definitely get some flows into the emerging markets like India and China. What we have is yesterday there was a kind of a consensus reached on the geopolitical issues. Putin has gone ahead and issued a 7-point agenda plan to end the bloodshed in the southern part of the Ukraine. Now this is important for the world markets as the tensions out there between the two countries would definitely impact trade relations going forward. But nevertheless, we have some things sorted out and it looks good. Coming out of the Asian indices, it's kind of down right now. It's all in the red, down by 100 points. Nikkei and Hang Seng. SJX Nifty is down by 28 points in the morning trade. On the FI figures, they bought 1288 crores worth of stocks yesterday. These are provisionals, whereas on the other side, to the tune of mutual funds sold around 650 to 700 crores worth of stocks. That's all from the global update. Now I'll give it to Sadhana for the derivatives update.
Good morning friends, let's have a view on derivatives. Extended their jubilation for the 5th day in a row, the benchmark indices logged fresh record highs in yesterday's trade. As we have seen that Nifty hit a lifetime high at around 8174 odd levels. We have seen that market started the session on a positive note and sentiments remained positive since start of the trade. Later we have seen some volatility and ahead of post news on ceasefire agreement between Russia and Ukraine. But taking positive cues from the European markets, Nifty bounced back from the day's low and finally snapped its session with a marginal gain of 0.23% at 8140 levels. In this period, we have seen that open interest is increased by 2% from 1 crore 75 lakhs to 1 crore 78 lakhs. Approximately 3 lakh contracts were added in Nifty futures and Nifty futures price increased by approximately 20 rupees, which is clearly indicating that long positions were built up by marketplace in yesterday's trade. On the other hand, we have seen that cost of carry decreased by 30% from 7.54 to 5.29%, along with Nifty futures premium decreased from 39 points to 26 odd levels. On the options front, PCR is increased from 0.86 to 0.89, approximately 3.49%, which is a plus point for the market. And we have seen that put option has added good number of shares than call option. In yesterday's trade, put option has added around 30 lakh shares in open interest, whereas call option has added around 17 lakh shares in open interest. India VIX was down by 0.45% from 13.45 to 13.39%. In the options matrix, we have seen that 8,200 stands with highest number of shares in open interest, but in yesterday's trade, 8,300 has added good number of shares in open interest. And on the put option, still 8,000 stands with highest number of shares in open interest. When Nifty started the new series, 7,900 was standing with a good number of shares in open interest, but that activity is shifted now to 8,000 put option. And yesterday 8,100 was the most active put option. We have seen that approximately 36% shares were added in yesterday's trade. There is only one security in ban period, which is IB Real Estate. FIs got net buyers of approximately 476 odd crores in future and option segment. There were net sellers of 333 crore index futures. There were net buyers of 333 crore index options. There were net buyers of 531 crore stock futures and they were net sellers of 53 crores in stock options. Our 5-day CVM stands at 8,000. Lower range for the market would be 7,980 and higher range would be 8,212, which is our monthly straddle break-even point on higher side. If Nifty breaks this point, we can see Nifty can move upward direction. Singapore Nifty is down by 28 points at 8116 odd levels, so we may see a marginal flattish to negative start in Nifty futures today, and we might see profit booking on the cards. That's it from derivatives. Thank you.
Hello friends, welcome back. We'll start with the actionable ideas update. What we have for today is on the positive side, we have SpiceJet, CNP 13.5. As per the IATA report, the kind of domestic air traffic grew to 6% in July. Overall, it has been a kind of a rough scene for the domestic airlines. But this data would definitely cheer the airline companies. It's like also kind of pushing the load factor up by 1.1 percentage points to 83%. This will definitely help SpiceJet, which is coming out with kind of low fares and definitely increase their load factor, which would definitely kind of improve their profitability in the near future. Action long SpiceJet, stop loss 12.8, target 15 on the upside. Next, we have a short idea, DLF. The Punjab and Haryana government has kind of taken back the decision kind of to allot 350 acres of land to DLF in Gurgaon. This is the country's largest real estate developer, which is definitely facing headwinds from the CCI and now from the Haryana and Punjab government. Action short DLF, stop loss 187, target 175 and 173 on the downside. Watch list for positive bias stocks gain. We have L&T and Bharti Airtel, which are stocks with positive bias for the intraday basis. Stocks with negative bias, we have Havels, we have Petronet LNG and JP Associates, which are looking weak on the intraday side. On the news updates, the market euphoria over the S&P kind of raising the credit sovereign rating might be overdone. It has been kind of misunderstood that they are going to increase or better the ratings of India. But it's just that the outlook on the India has kind of gone from negative to stable instead of affecting an upgrade. So if the kind of investors or traders are anticipating any kind of positive move from S&P regarding the kind of rating upgrade, it's just an euphoria. Pharma major Cipla, as I said, it will spend around 600 crore in the R&D side during the year to implement research-oriented projects. So this is a stock that is kind of almost at a record high, and they have a good kind of project on the pipeline. We have other news and updates. PE from Providence to sell 2.4% stake in kind of Idea Cellular to raise $242 million. The block deal is going to happen in the morning. Cipla respiratory business sales contribute 20% of sales in 3 years versus kind of 10 years earlier. RBI has gone ahead and relaxed the ECB rules borrowings, that is in the rupee denominated, which will definitely benefit a lot of infra capital goods and real estate. SUTTI ETF soon. The government initiated action to sell stake in the new ETF that is in Axis Bank, L&T and ITC. This will definitely have some positive effect on the government finances as well. Suven Life Sciences secured a one-product patent from South Korea, China and Canada, corresponding to the new chemical entities. The Suven has a total of around 14 granted patents, each from South Korea and China, and 16 patents from Canada. So they are going to increase their patent kind of products which are valid to 2029 and 2031. That's all from the pre-market. Thank you friends, and have a nice trading session.